Everything is racist. Every thought you have is a KKK dream. Everything is racist. White supremacist extreme.
See, it's easy, of course, to know if something is racist when everything is racist. For example, was Zoe Saldana racist for portraying singer Nina Simone in a 2016 film? Why, yes. Yes, she was. Why? Because everything is racist. That's why. Now, if you're an old-timey hood-wearing conservative, you might just ask yourself, what is racist about a black woman portraying a black woman? Great question. Let me see if I can walk you through the advanced physics degree you need to have to understand it. You see, Zoe Saldana is of Puerto Rican, Lebanese, Dominican, and Haitian descent. For anyone who has been to Haiti, you may have seen the occasional individual that identifies as black. Approximately 95% of the population does so. One might think this would be enough, but one would be wrong. And now, finally, Zoe Saldana has realized the poisonous error of her ways.
I should have never played Nina. I should have never played Nina. I should have done everything in my power with the leverage that I had 10 years ago, which was a different leverage, but it was leverage nonetheless. I should have tried everything in my power to cast a black woman to play an exceptionally perfect black woman.
Okay, first things first. Nina Simone was not exceptionally perfect. Where did I learn such a thing? In a movie about her where she was portrayed by Zoe Saldana.
She's a complicated lady.
Tell him to give me my money!
Drinks, smokes, she's out of shape.
Want to go to the gym?
No. First of all, that's exactly how I answered that same question. No fault there. Maybe I should have been given the role of Nina Simone. I mean, has anyone even asked me? No. But okay, as silly as it is sometimes, I can at least understand why you might not want to cast a white person as a black person or a black person as a white person. But you might ask, isn't Zoe Saldana black? Let's ask Zoe Saldana.
It's growing. It's painful. I thought back then that I had the permission because I was a black woman, and
Wait.
I am.
Oh.
But it was Nina Simone.
Okay, excuse me, Zoe. Just so you know, you're an adult. You don't need anyone's permission to take an acting job. But listen to this craziness. Zoe Saldana is saying herself that she is a black woman. She is literally identifying as a black woman. I thought that's all you needed to do. She says she is a, quote, black woman, but it was Nina Simone. By this logic, the only person able to play Nina Simone would be Nina Simone. And that's a problem because she doesn't have the singing voice she used to due to death. With this standard, the only movie that would be okay to make would be Private Parts with Howard Stern because everyone was playing themselves. Although Stern was portraying a much younger Howard Stern, so maybe even that would be ageist. By the way, this Nina Simone insanity is not new, and Zoe Saldana used to be somewhat sane about it. When this controversy first started, she said, "Let me tell you, if Elizabeth Taylor can be Cleopatra, I can be Nina. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how much backlash I will get for it. I will honor and respect my black community because that's who I am." And when the idiocy raged on, she later said, quote, "There's no one way to be black. You have no idea who I am. I am black. I am raising black men. Don't you ever think you can look at me and address me with such disdain." Okay, makes lots of sense. She is black. She has black children. She can probably play a black woman. But you see, that whole time, Zoe was just processing.
I know better today, and I'm never going to do that again. Never. So there. But I'm learning. I'm still processing. I've been processing it for 10 years.
Processing for 10 years. Apparently, Zoe Saldana is the Microsoft Outlook of acting. I mean, that's the way it goes. This is just insane, people. I know these Hollywood dolts can be annoying, but look at this. These crazy standards are making a black woman cry over making millions of dollars portraying a black woman.
Nina had a life and she had a journey that should have been and should be honored to the most specific detail, because she was a specifically detailed individual about her voice and her opinions and her views and her music and her art, and she was so honest, so she deserved better. But that said, so I'm so sorry, because I love her music. It wasn't enough. It shouldn't have been enough.
I will say she does have a point there. Nina Simone probably did deserve better. I mean, the movie has a crisp 2% on Rotten Tomatoes. We should judge Zoe not on the color of her skin, but on the quality of her acting. We've entered a parallel dimension here. We are lighting this civilization on fire. At the end of all this, it's just going to be me and you looking around and realizing we're the last people on Earth who haven't gone completely nuts. And you know where we'll be doing it? Inside of a padded cell, where we live out the rest of our lives in a straitjacket. Because when you think you're the only sane one, everyone else usually loads you into the back of a van and brings you to the crazy house. So instead of that future, let's just go the other way. Sure, Zoe Saldana apologized for playing a black woman, but is that enough? She has not felt it necessary to apologize for portraying the daughter of Bernie Mac, an African-American man, in the 2005 remake of Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. The film's plot is literally about a white man and woman bringing home a black man and woman and racial hijinks that ensue. Is that funny to you, Zoe? She also has not felt it necessary to apologize for portraying the daughter of Chris Rock, an African-American man, in the 2010 remake of Death at a Funeral. She also hasn't apologized for making that crappy movie, which might be worse than racism. Guess what else? She also has not felt it necessary to apologize for portraying Aisha Al-Fadil in the movie based on the comic book The Losers in 2010, despite the comic character being of Middle Eastern descent, raised in Afghanistan and Pakistan. And don't you dare tell me that being part Lebanese qualifies her to play someone from Afghanistan and or Pakistan. Not all Middle Eastern people are the same, you bastard. How about Lieutenant Uhura? How about that? You know her from the Star Trek reboots? That role was originally being played by Nichelle Nichols in the 70s, an African-American woman. Not only is that not right for the same reasons I didn't understand before, but Zoe Saldana was never an astronaut. You know what else she isn't? Green. So why the hell hasn't she apologized for portraying green-skinned Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers, despite not being a member of the Zuhoburi assassin race, which I'm totally familiar with and not just reading. And she's also not blue. So what the hell was she doing playing the blue-skinned Neytiri in Avatar, despite not being a member of the Na'vi race from Pandora? Just because you have tail sex with a tree does not mean you get to trample all over authentic experiences of those blue creatures in that movie that everybody saw but no one remembers. Come on, Zoe Saldana might be the most problematic actor since Kevin Spacey, and at least, I don't know, Kevin Spacey gave us The Usual Suspects. And for all you Spacey fans out there who are a bit out of touch with the news, I have something very unfortunate to tell you. He faked his handicap in that movie. He faked it the whole time. A monster. We have entered the age of the new racism. That's right. Old racism wasn't racist enough. This time, racism is coming for us all. I think the point is clear. When you're a person of visibility, whether an actor, singer, sports star, or politician, you are never going to be woke enough. You will never be accepting enough. And as Joe Biden has helpfully pointed out, you will never be black enough.
Everything is racist. Every thought you have is a KKK dream. Everything is racist. White supremacist extreme.
Hi, Stu Bergier of Stu Does America here. Thanks so much for watching our video. Did you know you can watch our entire catalog for free right here on our channel? Subscribe now and be sure to hit the thumbs up button on all the episodes you watch, because that's how they know you like this stupid show. And that little bell in the corner as well, make sure you click that. You'll get notifications every time we post new content. Stu Does America, every weekday at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here.